we are on YouTube. Good morning, YouTube, or I don't know what part of the day you are living. The moment, if depend of you where you are, but we are here with all of these interesting guys. Almost of them are hosts here, Yanka and Clinton. Rodrigo in the future, maybe. And well, today we're talking about the Mythical Man Math. Is a book, but there are a lot of content on the internet to help us understand how it works. Before that, just a quick advice or information about Talk and Talk, and you can learn a lot of different languages here. You can see all the languages available on the Talk and Talks website. This is a immersion, not a class, and I'm here just to help guide us in this conversation. I'm a student with all of us, and I think you as well. And yeah, I think we believe the importance of making mistake. It here is a safe place to try and talk the way that you want. If you have intention to practice anything, feel free, go ahead. Here is a safe place to do that. And yeah, that's it, I think. So let's start our immersion. Before the questions, we have some questions to help guide us. Like I said, I'd like to present ourselves. I'd like to start with you, Rodrigo. You were the first guy that came here. So go ahead, please.
Sure. Hi guys, I'm Rodrigo. I'm 29 years old. I was born to Verava, state of São Paulo, and I've been living in Franca, state of São Paulo too, near Ribeirão Preto. I have been married, and we have two daughters. I have been working as a data engineer, IT, in the big tech company, the retail sector. Thinking I think in 13 years, I work in this specific company, long time. In my free time, I like to play with my daughters. I like to a lot of things, go out with my family. I like to make a barbecue too, and drink beer with my friends. I like to read some books, but in these specific books, I don't know.
Me too.
Yes, I don't know. I searching these books in the Amazon now, but I don't know the specific books. And that's it, guys.
Perfect. Thank you, and welcome again. Yanka, please, your turn.
Good morning, guys. My name is Bianca. I am 28 years old. I'm living in São Roque with my family. I have a degree in sociology and anthropology. And after that, I did a master in demography at the same institution. And now I'm pursuing my doc at the same institution again. I am a Unicamp's son, never change of institution. But
Become
this year,
son is good.
yeah, but this year I will change for 1 year and then I will come back again to my mom's institution, my mother's institution. And well, I am working with two main concepts, occupation and education, comparing Brazil and South Africa. And I intend to see the bias of gender and race in this articulation of these two concepts. And my main question is, is study have the same value for everything, for everyone? Everyone,
Interesting.
if we will study, we will achieve the same thing. If we achieve the high superior level, for example, we will have the same outcome in the labor market. So if you study, vale a pena, I don't know. It's worth
Yeah, I got you.
for who it's worth study, looking at gender and race mainly, and wage too in some points. But in this moment, I am studying just who can achieve the high level superior, um, not high school. How can I say ensino superior, gente?
Graduation, maybe?
Yeah, higher education or
Degree?
yeah, who can have a degree or who can achieve the higher education and see if this game is fair from the bottom, Before
Yeah,
in the labor market, we can see if this game is fair to achieve the higher level. For now, this.
yeah. I have some doubts about that. Maybe I talk about that, but well, Clinton, please, your turn.
Hello guys, my name is Clinton Brito. I am 32 years old. I live in Aracaju, Sergipe. I'm married. I have 4 pets, 3 cats and a dog. I have a degree in business management and I am an undergraduate student in software engineering. I'm a software developer, and in my free time, I like to stay home, watch movies, TV series, live sports, to practice sports as well, and to travel when possible. That's it.
Perfect. Thank you, Clinton. And all of you know me. Actually, I'm doing a lot of things. I'm studying Python and data science. Python, I consider that I have an intermediate level of this knowledge, and that data science, I'm beginner. And I got I got a chance to work with mobile projects in the end of the last year in my current role. I've asked them to have this opportunity, not relate the money, right? I didn't got increased money, my salary, just more job at the moment. But I think it's an experience that I want to have. I've dived into this world, I would say, last year, and I'm having this chance to practice and learn with experienced guy that has a kind of lead there. And yeah, that's it. And in my leisure time, at the moment, I used to run virtual motorsport games. I'm in love that, to be honest. So when I have time to have a leisure time, I'm doing that at the moment. And of course, like I was talking about to Rodrigo before, both of you, Yanka and Clinton, came with us. I've spent some time with my children because I'm on vacation this week, only this week, and I stayed with them for 3 or 4 days until yesterday afternoon. And yeah, and I forgot to book the immersion 7 a.m. Tomorrow and Thursday. Oh my goodness, I'm sad because that, but okay. Yeah, that's it. Let's move on to the first question at all. I'd like to start with you, Yanka. Please, could you read and answer the first question?
Yes, let's try because I don't know if I understood well the objective of the book, but I will try to say and you can correct me.
Okay.
What do you think it's the main lesson from the Mythical Man month? Well, if I understood well, the big question in this book is that not always do the same work with a lot of people, it's faster than do the work alone.
Perfect.
Okay.
Understand perfectly.
Because everyone, if we are doing the work with a lot of people, everyone can do in their own way.
Perfect. Yeah.
We can have some problems with communication, and I could add ego too, because it's difficult to deal with people's ego. Difference between spreadsheet and practice. We can plan, but the practice can surprise us. So we have to plan with more time, I think, and more resources because sometimes with a lot of people we will have to delay the deadline, for example. And I really could add constant evaluation, I think, and achievable goals, constant evaluation to see if the work is working. But
Checkpoint.
yes, I think that some companies does that daily thing,
Yeah.
reunions that you do every day. I don't like it, but if it's a way
I
to
don't like to.
evaluate,
I don't like it either.
but it's a way to constant evaluate the job and see if you will need to delay the
It's
deadline
important.
or
It's
yeah.
important
I
because
like I have monthly reunions, but not daily reunions.
it's were the best of the best thing in my world if I could achieve that. Perfect. You understood completely right, Young. Uh, Clinton, your turn, please. I think you have read this book. I'm right or not?
No,
No.
no,
Oh, okay.
not yet.
Okay.
But I have already heard about this book before, and I like the sentence that say a 90 woman can have a baby in 1 month. So that's
Yeah.
the perfect summarize of the thing. And the main lesson from this book maybe is this. In other words, adding people does not increase your performance in terms of team delivery. And I don't know, there's uh, adding people also increase communication complexity. And I have some memories about things that happened in my previous work. I think everyone has
Some
some
issue.
story about this because uh, it's easier to think about if I add more people to the team or create more teams and going produce more in a steady line. So this doesn't happen because the lack of uh, skills and these complex skills, this complex work kind of work, it's totally different than dig a hole as mentioned in the video. So that's it.
Yeah, perfect. Well, I try to add something this in this conversation as developer for around of 4 years, and I had chance to lead some developers in a old side project that I worked, and I stopped to work there in last July. I worked in this side project for around for 1 year and 3 months, and I can say depend of the way that you manage see the world, depend of his beliefs or her beliefs. For example, I bring a great example. In my current role, I'm there for around of 3 years, 2 years and 7 or 8 months. I'm there, and I could see how much people was hired along the time, and the team is so big. There are 40 people, in the team. Of course, it's including all roles, all kind of developers, QA, requirement analysts, some tech leads, and at the moment there are a problem there that the team was so big that they decided to split in small teams, because there were a lot of people try to solve a lot of problems, but it was hard to how can I say that in English? Eles estavam tentando introduzir I forgot, but I try to say in a different way. It was hard for the tech leads and manager integrate all the new members, team members in some squads, and they decided to split in smaller teams to handle with smart parts of the business rules, and it's because the team was increasing a lot and it was hard to handle with this, so it's a good example that I'm living at the moment in my current role. And that's it. Rodrigo, your turn, please.
Yes. For me, the main lesson for these specific books in the some contacts with the books for the video. I think it is theory is different for the practice. And I have been working directly with the project for over 13 years. I have been working with a project almost in my entire life, I think, because this before I work in the IT and the specific business, I work as a house painter when I work as a project is all day because it's managing the peoples, it's managing the targets, it's managing the materials and the other things. This I think it is good books. I intend to buy in the future for the reads, but I think the main lesson for a specific book is theory is more different than the practice. Okay, this theory is very good, it's very important, but the practice is more important too.
And just a final note I'd like to add, I don't know about Clinton, but I'm continuing to follow the 12 week year, and I'm alone with this, but it's hard to finish all the tasks that I decide to do alone. So we can imagine if we add other members in that, So it's interesting. Let's move on to the next question. I'd like you, if you want to read and answer, Clinton, for us, question number 2.
Okay. How might communication breakdowns affect a project? For breakdowns, I think it's some kind of failure, right?
Let me see. Oh my God, I forgot as well. Fail.
Okay. Mm, Well, it depends the kind of work, but as we were discussing, we do some more complex work, and this is very sensible matter because, for example, if you start to do something without talking with your team members and you are doing something that it wasn't intended to do, this is going to be a time waste, and is you will probably spend much more time to correct what you did if you didn't had do the thing. So um, the decision making is important to be everyone on the same page, and this kind of meetings that we hate, like dailies and etc., it's the where usually when we started to be everyone on the same boat in these smaller things of the day-to-day routine. Um, but yeah, it depends on the kind of work. Some works you can do lonely and you don't have to worry too much about uh, communication um, between many members of the team, because what you're doing is very specific and it closes it in itself. But if you're working a complex project together with different team members doing different kind of works, the impact of breakdowns in communication can be a devastation.
Yeah, this is devastation for sure. And Rodrigo, please.
Yes, I think in this complex, the communication is more complex in the projects, in the life, in the relationships, in the all things, I think. But different for my friends, I think in this the meetings, routines, for example, daily and other things is more important for specific um, improving communication, improving try to resolve the problems and thinkings. In the Brazil, this daily is not daily, it's checkpoints.
Yeah,
It's bad because this daily is have a lot of rules for the specific rules for the change your daily in the checkpoint. But during my career, I I work in the two teams in the practices daily equals daily uh, in the books in the scrum uh, the
recommended
specific
daily.
yes a lot of teams is daily is the time of dailies for the team for the persons 6 peoples and the during the 1 hour
Yeah,
is crazy.
it's crazy.
But I don't hate in daily because this I see in the eyes for the managers. For example, I think in this when the person's working as a developer and the part of the teams, they see, oh, I have in the 1, 2, 3, 10 tasks. The managers I have try to manage 100,000 expected for the owners, especially for the businessman. It's complicated because this project is not life for the, oh, it's funny. No, uh, a lot of projects designed for the one target. I spend more money and saving more money, or the other a lot of things is developing. I think in other parts of the team don't have this C for the part of the project. Oh, okay. I put the question. I put the test. I put the tasks for my birds. Okay. 1 week is I think in this work in this text. Okay, but oh, it's 1 week is I put the time. Oh no, I analyzing. I try to working. The three
Don't
weeks.
prioritize, don't
Yes,
prioritize.
Yes, it's bad because this I think in this is I don't know this specific phrase in English, uh, faz parte in communication and analyzing this task, analyzing these projects because these people have expectations for the projects. I try to teach other developers working with me the 2 points, the points of developers and I hate in top down when I start the project is that have time for the goals. I hate this, but I hate this I think it is up down. Oh, I working in my time. I don't have time for the done my task. No, because this I work in the company, you work in the company, these companies have the money for the life.
Pay our salaries.
Yes, yes, it's simple. It's simple for me. I don't live in the history for the love history or the movies. I don't live the real life. It's the company, is this pain, the lose of the money is my position, my job is skill, is
Yeah.
simple. I think in this communication is the art, but a lot of people don't see communication uh, for these things. I think this person, those people see communication for the slides, for the beautiful presentation, for the podcastings, for the no, communication is simple. You understand me? Yes, communication is good. You're not understanding, the communication is fail. Don't important this beautiful presentation, podcasts, men's or women's. Don't important this. It's simple for me.
Yeah. I think this question it could be harder for Yanka because he work alone almost the time. But I'll try. I'm going to try to add a note before Yanka. In my current role, my company used to make daily asynchronous daily. We use oh my goodness. I forgot the Slack. Oh my God. We use the Slack to communicate and we have automatic thread every day that all the squad, all the people can put your status on a thread, you know, and this the interesting thing, the most interesting thing for me that we can put our status. It doesn't matter what time could be. You know, for example, I can put my status in the end of the day or in the midnight. It depends. The managers could handle with the project this way. It's an interesting thing that I've realized along the time in this company, you know. And I remember a time that my current tech lead there asked us if we'd like to have a meeting every day, a daily, traditional daily, you know. And all of us said, "Oh my goodness, don't make this because we love this way that the daily is doing at the moment. This asynchronous one, it's interesting. I could imagine that this would work, but it works. It's so interesting. So, Yanka, your turn, please.
Um, yeah, I think it's better than daily, but I assume that daily is important. I agree with you, Rodrigo. It's very important, but it's boring, but it's important. It's really important. I had to, nowadays I work more alone than with people, but I had to work in group sometimes in my life, mainly during the graduation. I had to work in some projects, and during the post-graduation too, I had to work in some groups and some projects. And when we don't have a good communication, usually we have that kind of text that it seems a Frankenstein text, because we can break down the text. We can, yeah, break down the text. Like you can write the introduction, you can write the methodological part, you can
Yeah.
just work with the data. Usually, I just work with the data and write the results and sometimes the conclusion. But when we do in this way and do not have a good communication, in the end, the article, it's a total Frankenstein.
Yeah, I
Like it
can
seems
imagine.
who it's totally visible that a person writes this and another one this didn't have another person to to read everything and to align all the text. So if we don't have a good communication, we have to have this person to align all the text. And if we don't do it in a good time, we can lose the deadline. And sometimes we do this kind of article to submit to a conference, for example. And I remember that I lose a conference deadline with a group. And it was a conference in Latin America. It was really sad because we lose the opportunity to travel away. Yeah, but nowadays in the academia, professors are using a software to detect if it was ChatGPT or IA that write the text. I don't know if it's good or if it's work well. I think in the academia, we all are learning yet how to deal with ChatGPT and IA.
And
Yes.
another problem, maybe ChatGPT doesn't have all the informations yet, because
No,
like
no,
you said, you're researching at the moment.
exactly. So the thing I never tried this, but if you have, like you said, a Frankenstein text with different people writing specific parts of an article, you can try to put these two and compare these two kind of different kinds of writing and trying to ask for ChatGPT to integrate better this text to be in a more natural, more single way of writing.
Mhm.
That's the intention that I had.
Yeah, it's a good idea, Clinton. It's a very good idea. We can try. I hope that I don't have to work in group in the future. But if I have to, I will try to do this or to have a better communication, maybe. But it's a good idea. Even working alone, sometimes it's good to ask something and to try to do this. And another problem is conflict. As you said, Clinton, sometimes it's a waste of time because if you don't communicate with the other person, you do a job that it's already done sometimes. So you waste a big time doing this. And in the academia, we have ego. So if you pass through a job that someone already did, it's very bad for the relation.
All
Usually the
all the fields we
researcher,
have this problem. Yeah.
yeah, but I don't know how to explain, but it's good to know that in everything
Always
that,
heard that in academic area, people have this kind of conflict because of ego.
yeah, it's a very competitive area. So, it's always about ego sometimes. It's very competitive, very stressing
Only
sometimes.
about ego.
But yeah, we all want to be referenced in our field. We all want to do good researches, but I do my researches to base public policy. I know what I want to change in the real world. I'm not just writing a text to be referenced and to be famous. No, we don't receive a lot of money to do that in the academia world. We can do this in another field. But there are some people that do this in this way without purpose, I think.
If you don't have money, you have ego.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, the people, it's crazy. In my leisure time, as you can imagine, some guys try to fight against themselves if, for example, in a for fun event. For fun, do you know about that? For fun is an event that we just have some fun, only that. It's not a competition. And in this scenario, people used to fight with themselves. It's unbelievable, but the people are this way, unfortunately. Okay, next question, guys. I think could be our last one because the time. Have you ever seen a project go off the rails, and how was the situation managed? Off the rails means a project or situation has become chaotic, disorganized, and out of control. Yeah, for sure. I think all of us could see. We've saw that. We've seen that along the way. All of us. Let me remember an example. Oh yeah. Yeah, my side project, we had hired a guy that the idea was they could help us in our in development in our product that we were developing, and that guy made a test, and we had an interview with him, but when the job was started, I can say that he decided not to do the work. Only that we asked him for to solve some start to solve with easy problem to solve, because in the beginning, in development, I think in all the fields, it's interesting to start with easy tasks in the beginning to integrate that member in this project and know business rules and know better the technologies used there, something like that. And I made some appointments with him, but didn't work. We had to fire him, unfortunately, because we thought that he didn't want to work. To be honest, only that. It was hard. It was the first time that I fired a guy, but it was necessary to for the project could continue along the time. And it was a good decision for the project. But I have to say that I felt sad with this happening. And yeah, your turn, Clinton, please.
A few months ago, I was working at as a volunteer on a project, and this project has ended recently because one of the reasons was the thing went off the rails, and one of the biggest problems was communication breakdowns, and basically we couldn't select a time frame to be everyone to have a daily, for example. We didn't have dailies. We have like weeklies, and not every week
Oh
this
my
meeting
goodness.
happened. So things started to get messy. The stakeholder was not showing up in the meetings, so we haven't sure what was the purpose and what was the thing that the PO wanted us to prioritize, and the way that the project is started was too complex to for newcomers to the project get started to then. So the learning curve of the project was a little bit steep for some new members, and it has a dependency of working different people. For example, for the front end working, the back end has to be working, so to show up the data. So we had a lot of these small problems that it became a snowball, and in the end the people from the management team decide to end up the project.
Yeah. But the good news for you, Clinton, is that you have lived this issue. So in the next project you will work, you are going to remember a lot this experience. I used to think this way: the bad experience used to help us in the future. You know.
Yeah, the thing it's very frustrating because you dedicated some many hours of your time
I
to
got you.
a thing that you believed it was coming out someday, people would use. We would have real users, and it was detached. So this is a little bit frustrating because I don't have a thing to show up for a recruiter, for example, to show them and let them, oh, this
A
is
real
what I
product.
did. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is real.
But don't
But
don't
that's it.
don't feel unhappy because a lot of companies create some tests for hire, you know. So don't. Of course, if you have time to create something in your portfolio, go ahead. But don't feel unhappy because that. Rodrigo, your turn, please.
Yes, about the Clinton said, recruiters is don't contract. I think the person is done all. For example, in my specific time, one person starting, I think in this last 1 year ago, yes, 1 year ago, when they not done the project for the tasks for the project because this they fail in the test, and but in during this interview the person is okay because this specific rules, I think, uh, mesmo assim ele foi contratado. It's
Profile,
simple.
profile, a
Yes,
good
profile.
profile.
It's simple. Okay, about these specific questions, I yes, I processes of the rails a lot during my life, and I think in this a lot of thinkings for the processes fail. Communication, managing, and this bad manages, I think too, and the team, bad team too. I don't explain a lot because it's this time, but
Unfortunately.
a lot of projects for the in IT a lot. And I intend in the future in making the article or other thinking the deep parting for the projects for IT, specific data, because I think in this dark part for the projects is not don't see in the LinkedIn in the other beautiful places. This is important because this fail is teaching me and the other person for the
A
team
lot.
for the teaching a lot of thinkings for the next project is the game. That's it, guys.
Perfect. You summarize perfectly. Bianca, your turn to finish, please.
I had two opportunities to work. One, we really failed. We lose the deadline again to submit. It was a dossier where we complete a lot of text.
Dossier?
Yeah, a dossier about Latin American studies. And
Okay. It's a good dossier.
it was a Frankenstein again because we haven't the good communication. So we just sent to the magazine, and the magazine reject our dossier because it was like that. It was a really Frankenstein thing. So yeah, we couldn't solve. And another one, it was an article to submit to another conference in Latin America. And we lose again with the communication, but the main author of this article just took the project and align everything. She just take out all of the people and align by herself the thing, and it worked in the end. But we contribute, but we could have a better communication. I think that in the end, everything's about communication.
Yeah, perfect. I'm sorry, Anka, for the time. Okay, guys. Well, just a link. Let me see. Go ahead. Yeah, the survey. If you want to answer the survey, feel free. Guys, have a good day. Thank you for to be here and